Examinations KCPE and KCSE that is expected to kick off. Dalmas, if you can hear me, kindly talk to us about the preparations of the national examinations. Dalmas, talk to us about the expected national examinations, KCSE and KCPE preparations for the candidates and the exam invigilators.
Good morning. I'm coming to you live from Nakuru County, of course, from the city center, that is in Nakuru City. And just to give an update on school closure, of course, schools are closing across Nakuru County, the region, and of course, the country at large this week. Of course, the primary schools and at the same time secondary schools, of course, for the December holidays. But of course, even as we are talking about schools closing, it is also important to point out that national exams, I will say historic national exams, will be beginning just a few days from today. I'm saying historic because we're having 3 exam classes. Of course, we're talking about grade 6 that will be sitting for their national exams. We're talking about class 8 who will be sitting KCPE, and of course Form 4 candidates. Maybe just to begin from rehearsals, the rehearsals for KCPE are slated for November 25th, and of course the exams that will be lasting, of course, 3 days will be beginning on November 28th to go all the way to November 30th, and of course KCPE will be beginning, KCSE will be beginning from 2nd December. But yesterday, some exams, that is on 21st November, some exams already started. Of course, we're talking about those extra exams, oral, German, French, home science, and other exams already began. But of course, the main exams, like I've just stated for KCSE, will be beginning on 2nd December, of course, 2022. And various stakeholders, in this case, the Ministry of Education, have insisted that all plans are in place, all preparations are in place, and of course there are enough measures to curb any sort of exam cheating. Of course, something that has been a headache in the past, but of course several years till today, that is something that has been sorted. Of course, we are talking about 3 million candidates for all the exam classes, 3 of them. But even before I get back to you in studio, just a minute to talk about grade 6. Of course, they are sitting for the national exams. They are a debut class, I will call them, sitting for the national exams for the first time. And they will be sitting for 5 subjects, of course, English, mathematics, integrated science, creative arts, and Kiswahili. Of course, when you talk about integrated science, we're talking about science and technology, agriculture, home science, and physical health. And when we talk about creative arts, of course, it is a combination of various subjects within creative arts, of course, social studies, Christian, Islamic, and Hindu education. We're talking about arts and crafts, and of course music. And then it is also important to note that this assessment will count up to 60%, will account for up to 60%, with the rest 40% being school-based assessments. Of course, 2 of them that have already been done by the grade 6 candidates. So basically, preparations in various schools. Of course, some schools held prayer sessions earlier in the week, last week, just to prepare for the national exams that will be beginning in a short while, of course, after schools closing this week. So of course, that is something we'll be following up to just understand how prepared some of these schools are, and of course the readiness of the candidates to sit for the national exams. So from Nakuru City, Nakuru County, back to you in studio.
Thank you, Dalmas, for that in-depth explanation on what you need to expect from the school's diary in terms of the national examinations. But then let's now come to Nairobi County and bring in my colleague Winfrey Owino. Winfrey, you're supposed to be talking to us about what's trending